4 reasons why you should marry Jewish. Daron Kornbluth wrote this book, Why Marry Jewish, and this is based on 3 reasons that he says. See, the first reasons why Jews should marry Jews is very simple. It's been documented and proven, and if you want all the statistics, it's in this book by Daron Kornbluth, Why Marry Jewish, that when 2 religions, doesn't matter Jewish and Christian, Christian and Muslim, Muslim and Christian, Buddhist and Muslim, it's almost a 50% higher chance of what? Divorce. And men are from Mars, women are from Venus, but when it's 2 different religions, see, men and women are such complex and inferior in ways very hard. Anybody that's married knows that it's a big challenge as a rabbi. My wife was just telling me some really horror stories of people that she's consulting with her, and we're trying to help out. But marriage as it is very difficult to get the exact balance that there should be harmony and peace. So you put in this monkey wrench that you're from different religions and the parents don't approve and different cultures. So a word to the wise. The reason why you should marry within your religion, and especially if you're Jewish, is Judaism is such a rich and different culture, even if you don't want to acknowledge the religious aspect, which is obviously the ultimate reason, because God doesn't approve of it. But on a totally secular and logical, rational view, you're putting yourself in a state that you will have a much, much higher probability of getting divorced when you marry outside your religion, because there's so many different factors, culturally, and it's going to be a bigger danger. The second reason, which I believe is probably the most important reason, is people get married to have children, obviously, right? We want to have beautiful families. The love that a parent has to his child is really, really so unique, and we really cannot express it in words. It's such a, our children is the only thing in life that is more precious than your own life. The love of your children. Parents are willing to sacrifice anything and everything to have wholesome, successful, pure, and good kids. So you are doing the worst disservice, a tremendous disservice to your children where you marry 2 religions. You know why? Because your children are going to have a identity crisis. Should the kid be baptized or bar mitzvah? Should he be circumcised? I know a case, and it breaks my heart. The mother, the grandparents are not on speaking terms because the husband was Catholic. I know this personally, and I tried to help work it out, but they told me to stay away. The child's parents, grandparents, were very, very, very much heartbroken because their son-in-law did not let the child have a circumcision, which is a very, 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 very important mitzvah. It's our eternal brit. That's just one example. The children, and as the third reason is going to show us, the third reason that you should marry Jewish, people tend to get more religious and more God-fearing and more talk about the ultimate issues of life. When you're young, all you're thinking about is intimacy and fun when you're in your 20s and 30s, but there comes a time in life where you start asking yourself more serious questions. And it's just raising children in this environment. We saw what the Supreme Court did a few days ago. In this environment that is so full of drugs and such a horrible environment, dangerous environment that people were exposed to very, very, very outrageous and dangerous activities. Now, you want to have a wholesome child that you're putting a tremendous stress, because the father wants to pull him one way, baptize him, the mother wants to give him a bar mitzvah, and it's not fair to the child. So if you, one day you're going to have children, and this child is going to be royally mixed up, and he's going to not know who to please. Should he go get baptized to make his father happy? Should he go get bar mitzvah to make his mother happy? And then the in-laws, you put in the in-laws in the mix, and the brothers and the sister-in-laws, and it creates tremendously bad blood. And you know, the child wants to enjoy his childhood. His bar mitzvah should be a day that he celebrates and is happy, not that a day that his father disapproves of and his grandparents from his non-Jewish side don't appreciate. And you know, in this area you really have to be very, not optimistic but pessimistic, because a lot of problems will happen, and the people that would have to be sacrificed and be harmed, either, you know, psychologically because of their identity crisis, is the poor children. The third reason is that what is marriage really about? You want to share your most intimate life, a husband and wife. It's not two people. They're really one person. It's like the Kabbalah says, it's like the women are the heart of the family. The husband is what? The mind of the family, the brain of the family. It's a soulmate. You're looking really for your soulmate. Now, Kabbalistically, it's impossible to have your soulmate from another religion, but on a secular level, totally rational level, it's been documented, like Rabbi Doron brings, it's a fact of life that people become much more religious, because let's say you turn 50 and 60, and you know, as a rabbi, we have to do bar mitzvahs, we have to do bat mitzvahs, we have to do marriages, but then we have to do funerals. People pass away, and the son comes to the son and the daughter come to the synagogue to say Kaddish, and they think, now if the other partner is in a totally different religion, maybe in his 50s and 60s, when the person, or his 40s, where his parents or his grandparents pass away, the person wants to become more knowledgeable and more involved in the synagogue, but now their spouse, you can't share that with them, because they're, you know, and you can't force it upon anybody. So it causes the husband and wife later in life to be in two different worlds, which is really going back to the first reason, that it's a much higher probability of divorce. But probably the ultimate reason is the fourth reason, which is a little bit more of a moral reason, and that is that how could you have the chutzpah? And I know the Jews that are susceptible to this assimilation are the ones that really don't know how much of a diamond they have in their necklace, the Torah, how precious it is, how true it is, how authentic it is. But we've lost 6 million Jews. Every page of Jewish history, blood drips from it, from the Crusades to the Holocaust to the Inquisition. We were prosecuted and raped and murdered by almost any country that exists today. Now, thank God we have the land of Israel. But just after we lost 6 million Jews, it's almost a 90% chance when you intermarry, 90% of those children end up being non-Jewish. So we're how could you sacrifice this nation? You have to think about it on a macro level. The first three reasons were micro reasons, but this last reason is on a macro level. That really the Jewish nation needs you, my brother, my sister, to stay in the faith, because we need to be a light unto the nations, and especially after the Holocaust, we need us to be together, to marry in the faith, to keep the culture and tradition that is the basis of all monotheistic religions alive. And may truly God have mercy on our Persian Jewish community.
Amen.
Because there's a spiritual Holocaust, a silent Holocaust going on. We've lost more Jews to assimilation than to the Holocaust. And the reason I'm making this video is, even if I could convince one soul to stay within the faith, May God have mercy on us and
Amen.
help that happen, and have a wonderful day.